Yesterday I made a video about page 16 of the service manual, and I had my machine fixed and it was running like it should. It passed the test on page 16. I've never knitted on these machines before, so I really don't know how to use them, and I had some user errors yesterday trying to knit my first thing, and then things started to sound a little funny. And I thought, well, maybe that's just how it sounds because I actually have yarn on the machine. And then I ran it really slowly and I was listening to it. And then the belt came off and everything just sort of exploded inside the machine. So I had to take everything out. And that clip came off in the machine. And so this whole section lifted up and all of the stuff that I had in line was no longer in line. And I don't know what all happened in the machine when that happened. So I redid the alignment. I had this flat piece facing up, this hole facing up, and I had one of these three little pieces facing up, and I tried all three and none of my needles were going into D position. And I thought, well, I wonder if the other side needs to be in alignment too, because I remembered yesterday this, let's see if I can get this in focus. Where's my pointer? This hole was in this direction. And I'm so glad I noticed that, because today it was not. It was somewhere else. So I took the belt off and I moved this here and I lined my holes up to, you know, hole dash to these. Oh, I don't know if I can. Well, you can look on your machine. There's spike hole, so those should line up on your belt. So I put that little marker in this diagonal position. There's another one down here, there's another hole, and I put the belt back on, which is a big pain in the butt, by the way. And I ran the machine and everything went to D. So update, everything needs to be in alignment, both sides. And this is the alignment that works on my machine. This hole basically needs to line up with that side of this gap, that mark right there. Where this gap ends is where that hole needs to be. And over here we have this where the cam comes up and it dashes right here. It's flat. This hole needs to be up. Now, if I rotate this right here is flat. And in the diagram, in the manual, I thought that's what needed to be facing up. So I did a lot of trial and error, like Neil asked me to do, and it's not this part. It is indeed this part. This is the flat part. And there's your hole. And one, you can try this one facing up, and you can run it, and maybe they'll go into D, maybe they won't. If they don't, take this clip off, raise this whole thing up, and if you take the belt off, it comes up a lot easier, but I think the belt is more difficult to mess with than it is to raise this up with the belt on. So you would raise this up, push down on this, and you should be able to rotate this without the cam rotating too. So you would rotate it until this one was up here. Pop it back down, put the clip back in, run the machine with kc2 on, and all the needles should pop from B to D. If they don't, take this clip off, raise it up, push down on the cam, push up on this whole thing, rotate it until this one is in the up position. Pop it back down, put your clip back on, and your needle should pop from B to D. If they don't still, and you've tried all three of these in the up position, check this one and make sure that this one is in alignment too.